Welcome everyone to the 7th round of the Jerusalem Masters 2025. On your screen is one of the world's best chess players, Vladimir Fedoseev, and he takes on one of the legends of the game, Viswanathan Anand. Vishy is playing at the Jerusalem Masters, the Rapid tournament. He's going to play a lot now. He's going to play the Global Chess League. He's going to play some more events. But Fedoseev is one of the best in the world. Remember the Warsaw Grand Chess Tour. He won it ahead of all the top players in the world. How will Vishy fare against him? e4, e5, knight to f3, knight c6. And Vishy, like he always does, plays the Ruy Lopez. He has years and years of experience playing it against the best in the business for years. Okay, knight attacks the pawn on e4. He castles here. And now bishop to e7 played. White can play rook to e1. Yes, he does it. d3 is also possible here. b5 hitting the bishop. The bishop comes back to b3. Bishop b7, opening up the bishop on this long diagonal. And now d3 played here by Anand. Generally, you want to play moves like a4 here to strike on the queen side. c3 is an option. Sometimes people also develop the knight on c3. He brings his knight out to c3. And remember, till the pawn on e5 is only defended by the knight. Knight a5 is difficult. Now, with d6 played, knight a5 becomes a threat to win this bishop. So a3 or a4 is common, although knight d5 played by Vishy. Very interesting. And you can see that immediately Fedoseev takes advantage of this. I'm pretty sure Anand is still in his preparation here. And now he's ready to give up this bishop. Very interesting. Knight to h4, looking at the f5 square. He takes the bishop. And this is what modern chess is all about. Don't have any sort of prejudices. Knight to f5, attacking the queen. The queen moves up to e6, and now Vishy takes back. ab3, activating his rook. d5 played right into the center now, attacking the pawn on e4 with the bishop and knight. So f3, bolstering it. I love the knight on f5. It's amazing, it's strong. c5 played by Fedoseev. Maybe another plan was to go knight e8, knight d6 to get rid of this knight, but He played this, and now Vishy needs to find a way to get his pieces into the game. He's going for queen d2, queen g5, a brutal way here that he's found. g6 played here to kick the knight away, and Vishy about to play his knight, maybe knight h6 check, and now decides to move his queen. Queen to g5 played, pinning the pawn. Fedoseev brings his king to h8. Now, knight to h6, fantastic. Slowly you can feel it. The dark squares are weakening around the black king. Knight to d7. Fedoseev wants to kick back the queen with f6, maybe even play f5. The knight goes to g4, eyeing this, and these squares. And maybe now rook a e8 is conservative, because if you play f5 takes, maybe the e5 square, little bit of issue there. He first closes it down with d4. This entire structure, the bishop is hitting on a granite right now. Does Vishy want to play f4 here? Maybe not the best, because of f6 and you are in trouble. So he goes queen to h4, first getting the queen away, maybe preparing f4, and f5 played by Fedoseev. Takes. What is interesting to see is that although two of Anand's pieces are on their initial squares, they still look active. Rook this way, bishop this way, and now Vishy gets into the tactics mode. He takes knight e5 and queen to g3, a very important move, because if you would have started with bishop f4, knight g6 is winning for black. So queen g3. And now, very important to play rook a e8, but he blunders with f4, takes, rook takes, queen takes, And this is a huge position for Anand. Rook e8, just king h1. Very, very cool move here. And look at this. Vishy has gotten a winning position. How this happened exactly, I'll try to explain it after the game. But still, look at, to get such a huge position. By the way, just so that you know, like for example, if you're trying to double the rooks, you might be in trouble with knight f3 check and queen takes e2. So my immediate reaction is like, just let's rush away from this knight takes f3 checks stuff. But it's not a big deal, actually. And Anand is taking his time here. The main point, of course, was that queen g3, he had to play rook a e8 in order to get here, not f4. King h1 found by Anand. 7 minutes 42 seconds. Fedoseev takes 5 to 6 minutes for this move. Understanding that he's in trouble, goes queen d6 again with some nasty ideas. Rook e2, but there are no nasty ideas because knight f3 is no longer a check. Queen takes d6 is hanging. Rook e6 played, but now the other rook comes in. The pin is eternal. Knight to g6, offering a trade of queens, hoping that he can survive in that endgame. But Vishy goes queen f7. What a move. And if you take here, I take back. It's a mate on e8. Nothing doing. Rook e6 is coming in. Anand is totally winning. He resigns there. Fedoseev. Vishy beats with smiles on the face of Anand and Fedoseev. What a game this has been by Vishy Anand. And what tactical awareness shown by him, especially with this opening preparation, a complete Vishy game. Great opening prep, great middle game play. And I guess the key moment was when Fedoseev played f5. You can see them discussing there. Take, and then knight e5, knight e5. And when he played his queen to g3, which was very well done, it was important to play rook a e8. Because after bishop f4, there's a very nice move that black had, perhaps missed by Vladimir, was knight f3. And now, if you take with the queen, then e1 is hanging. So here, this would give black a winning position. So you take back with the pawn. And now a very important move, rook g8 to defend the position. And after rook e6, rook takes g3 check, let's say hg3. Rook takes king f2. White is slightly better because of a better structure, but because of the opposite colored bishops, it should end in a draw. So this rook a e8 move was important, but f4 was played instantly, thinking that, oh, this is the best, because after bishop f4, yes, the knight is hanging, but I can sack. I have two pieces for the rook, but guys, look at this rook. It's just insane, and Anand made two consolidating moves, king h1 and rook e2, bringing the other rook, and by that time, it was game over. What a game this was. Vishy Anand is now in the second position in this tournament with 5 points out of 7, with 4 more games to go to reach 11 rounds in the tournament. And then there will be top 4 selected to play the semi-finals and the finals. Vishy is making a deep claim here for those spots. Peter Swidler is in the lead with 5.5, and Vishy and Arjun are at the number 2 spot.